August 16, 1975. Granger, Utah, a quiet suburb outside Salt Lake City. Most of the town slept, unaware that in the darkness, history was about to shift. The streets lay empty, the late summer air hung heavy, and a predator was about to make his first mistake. This night didn't end in blood, but in revelation. For the first time, the faceless shadow we'd been hunting was caught in the light. It was 2:30 a.m. when the radio crackled to life. Utah Highway Patrol Officer Bob Hayward had spotted a tan 1968 Volkswagen Beetle idling near a darkened lot. The driver's calm voice didn't match the unease in his eyes. Inside the car, no maps, no luggage, just a ski mask, a crowbar, rope, and handcuffs. Items we'd later realize mirrored the tools used in a string of disappearances stretching across Washington, Oregon, and Utah. At that moment, we didn't know his name. But we knew this wasn't a routine stop. This was the first time the faceless shadow we'd been chasing had been caught in the light. Police investigators approached the tan Volkswagen as a high-value lead in the ongoing case. The vehicle was secured and processed under strict forensic protocol. Every surface was photographed, every trace preserved. Fibers embedded in the seats were sent to the lab, later confirmed to match clothing worn by missing women, including Linda Ann Healy and Roberta Parks. Officers recovered a ski mask from the glove box, duct tape from beneath the driver's seat, and gloves entangled with hair belonging to multiple victims from the floor. The passenger side mat contained soil consistent with locations in several different states, confirming the suspect's wide hunting territory. Detectives quickly recognized this was more than a car. It was a mobile abduction unit. The forensic team operated with surgical precision, aware that one mistake could allow the suspect to evade justice. With the tools, the method, and the range of the predator now identified, police intensified efforts to uncover the final piece, the name behind the crimes. The victims were not chosen at random. Each selection appeared deliberate. Young women, often college students, most with long brown hair parted in the middle. Linda Ann Healy, Janice Ott, Denise Naslund, names now etched into official case files. All were bright and ambitious, last seen in familiar locations such as campuses, libraries, and public parks. These were safe environments, yet they became hunting grounds. Investigators mapped the victims' last known movements, searching for patterns. Evidence indicated the suspect approached them openly, in public, displaying confidence and charm. He blended into surroundings without drawing suspicion, engaging victims in casual conversation before leading them away. This was not a predator hiding in darkness, but one operating in daylight, exploiting trust. The ability to appear ordinary made him difficult to identify, allowing the series of disappearances to continue undetected until the connection between the cases became undeniable. Microscopic hair analysis confirmed multiple hair samples recovered from the suspect vehicle originated from different female individuals. Comparative testing matched these samples to known victims in ongoing homicide investigations. A crowbar recovered from the vehicle bore trace amounts of human blood. Degradation limited full DNA profiling, but blood type analysis indicated consistency with several unidentified victims. Carpet fibers from the vehicle matched fiber samples recovered from clothing found near Lake Sammamish, the last known location of Janice Ott and Denise Naslund. Plaster particulate found on the vehicle's rope was chemically consistent with construction debris collected from multiple campus sites associated with prior victim disappearances. Forensic correlations established a strong link between the suspect vehicle and multiple missing persons cases. It was February 1975 when the snow finally gave up its secrets. Deep in a wooded area in Issaquah, Washington, skeletal remains were discovered. Two sets, later identified as Janice Ott and Denise Naslund. Scattered nearby were bones belonging to an unidentified woman. The ground was littered with animal disturbances, making evidence recovery painstaking. Clothing fragments were found, ripped, weathered, and haunting in their silence. The location was remote, accessible only by narrow dirt trails. This was a dumping ground, chosen for isolation. Standing there, the cold seeping through our boots, we realized this wasn't just a killer. This was a hunter who returned to his kills, possibly to relive the crime. Every snapped twig and dark shadow seemed to whisper the same truth. Whoever did this wasn't finished. The investigation began with hundreds of men named by witnesses, arrested for similar crimes, or driving cars like the tan Volkswagen Beetles seen near crime scenes. As alibis were checked, the list got smaller. One name stayed: Theodore Robert Bundy. He looked polite and well-kept, had a college education, and worked on political campaigns. Witnesses at Lake Sammamish State Park said a man calling himself Ted wore a sling on his arm and asked women for help loading a sailboat into his car. His looks matched Bundy. He often moved between Washington, Utah, and Colorado, which made him hard to catch. To prove he was the killer, police needed a woman who had escaped him and could identify him. In November 1974, Murray, Utah. Carol DaRonch was leaving a shopping mall when a man claiming to be a police officer approached. He said her car had been tampered with and offered her a ride in his tan Volkswagen. Inside, he pulled out handcuffs, but in his haste, locked both onto the same wrist. Carol fought back, escaped into traffic, and survived. She described him as clean-cut, dark-haired, confident, the same man witnesses had seen at Lake Sammamish. Meanwhile, women were vanishing in broad daylight. College campuses, parks, busy streets. One moment present, the next gone. He chose carefully, long hair parted in the middle, soft features, echoes of a former love. His weapon was charm, a smile, a sling, a request for help. By mid-1975, sketches, vehicle reports, and Carol's testimony pointed to one name: Ted Bundy. During a routine patrol stop, officers executed a vehicle containment maneuver, boxing in the suspect's vehicle without warning. Bundy remained calm and composed, smiling as officers read him his rights. Items recovered from the vehicle included handcuffs, rope, and a ski mask, items consistent with previous investigations. The suspect showed no panic or outburst, appearing as if anticipating the arrest. At the station, Bundy denied all allegations, maintaining a smooth voice and steady gaze throughout questioning. Evidence from the Carol DaRonch case supported the charges. This arrest marks only the initial step in the investigation. Given Bundy's known capacity for manipulation and planning, the primary challenge remains securing his custody long enough to develop murder charges. His history of escapes and continued threats to public safety underscore the necessity for heightened security measures. Inside the interrogation room, he was composed, almost rehearsed. Answers flowed with lawyer-like precision, dodging questions, redirecting conversations, never revealing more than he intended. Detectives tried every tactic: good cop, bad cop, long silences, but he refused to break. Yet subtle tells betrayed him. A flash of alertness at certain names, a forward lean when crime scene details not released to the public were mentioned. He was fascinated, as if testing how much they truly knew. No confession came, but investigators recognized the truth. They were face to face with the predator. The courtroom confirmed what the interrogation hinted. Acting as his own attorney, he cross-examined witnesses with unsettling confidence, turning the trial into theater. But survivor testimony, forensic links, and overwhelming evidence shattered the facade. In 1979, he was convicted and sentenced to death. Justice was delivered. Bundy's conviction and death sentence brought justice, yet the true scale of his crimes may never be known. Survivors like Carol DaRonch exposed his mask, But countless others vanished without a trace, their stories silenced forever. His trial revealed a predator who hid behind charm and intelligence, reminding us that evil often looks ordinary, though a chilling question lingered. How many victims' voices remain unheard?